was absolutely extraordinary. You know, as you know, my family, my parents have been able to visit me throughout most of this whole experience, and so I've been in touch with them, but it's always been with the cloud of the imprisonment hanging over us, of course. And so to talk to them, to walk out of the plane, to walk into that room at the airport with the family together, with an incredible sense of relief and freedom running over, it was just awesome.
Yeah, and I believe they visited you almost every week in prison, and you had friends visiting as well. I know some colleagues came from Nairobi and they visited you. What was that like to see, to have that support throughout?
It was really important, you know. Obviously, you want the support from family, and that was always there. I don't want to say taking that for granted, but it was even more important for me to have my friends there, my professional colleagues. Not more important, but it meant a lot. It was really, really... I found the visits from those people, from those friends, so uplifting, you know. It really made me feel that I hadn't been forgotten, that we were still part of that group. And I know it sounds a bit silly to imply that we might have been forgotten now, but you know, when you're sitting in the isolation of a prison cell, those are the sorts of things that creep into your mind, and it's really wonderful just to have that friendship expressed and have those people come and visit me.
And indeed, the professional respect that you've earned. Peter, as a journalist, it was very, very hard and shocking and scary, I guess, to watch what happened to you, because it did. I think it resonated through all of us that it could have been anyone, and that's what we kind of drove as part of the campaign. It could have been any of us in that situation, and it just happened to be you. Who, you have an exemplary track record of journalism, career spanning decades. But how did you find solace and inspiration, I suppose, to want to keep being a journalist?
You know, I believe in what we do. I believe in this profession. I think we've got something important to contribute, and I love it. I really enjoy it. It gives me purpose. I'm allowed to have a sense of adventure and discovery. Maybe a little bit more adventure than I bargained for, but still, this is a difficult experience, but it hasn't put me off. I'm really keen to get back on my horse as soon as possible.
Peter, what was your average day like? Tell me what your average day was like in prison.
It's hard to talk about an average day. What I tried to do, what I recognised we needed to do, was to keep fit and healthy, both physically, intellectually and spiritually. And so we made sure every day to spend time on all three of those things: keeping fit, studying. I had my master's degree, as I mentioned, working on the master's in international relations, and meditating, just trying to keep my mind focused and calm and collected, and keeping a very clear head on all these things.
Peter, let's talk about the campaign to get you guys out and the importance of, I guess, keeping up that campaign with your two colleagues, who I've heard you refer to them as brothers in press conferences in recent days. How important do you think it is that journalists stand up for each other and that we don't forget your two friends that are still in jail?
Look, one of the things that I'm most impressed of, most gratified by, is the incredible sense of purpose that this campaign has given. You know what journalists are like, Robin. We're a pretty fractious, cantank bunch of cats the best of times, and we really don't like working with one another. We're not very good team players when it comes to the wider community. And so to see the way that everyone has pulled together around this has been really, really gratifying and important to me. I think it's been great to see. I'm very grateful to be out. I'm grateful that this has happened. I'm grateful to be here. I'm just hoping that the Egyptian authorities recognise that this has been a good sign. It's generated a lot of positive feeling, and I hope they'll follow that up with the others as well.